What's up, guys? I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, and this is gonna be my first video, and I'm really long time on YouTube. I just got back from the gym. I'm all sweaty. Anyways, guys, what I wanted this YouTube channel to kind of be about is, just let me focus my phone. Anyways, what I wanted it to be about was kind of my story of how I'm coming up. And I wanted a YouTube channel that kind of showed the grind or the up and coming from being, maybe not a well known entrepreneur or whatever, not doing that great. Well, I'm doing fine for myself now, but I wish I would have started this way, 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 way back. But, anyways, kind of giving you a backstory of where I started, where I am now, and I want to show you guys the steps that I take to progress and move forward. I think that would kind of be something interesting. I've kind of always wanted to see that. Maybe like say like kind of excuse my mess back there. This is my office, phones everywhere, shipping supplies, whatever. Kind of see how like a successful entrepreneur went from being like nobody, let's say somebody like Grant Cardone, being a drug addict, being unsuccessful, his own mom kicking him out of his house, to being this guy that's worth multi-million dollars, has private jets, has Rolls Royce, like all this stuff. So I kind of want to, start from there, kind of show you guys like the up and coming, and kind of just show you guys the grind and how the rise to the top is basically. So a little bit of a backstory about me. I first off, I got out of high school. I didn't do very well in high school at all. I had a like 2.2 GPA or something. I graduated with that. It wasn't that I wasn't smart. School really honestly was very easy for me. I just didn't want to apply myself. I didn't see what I was gonna, do with school. I was like, there's no point. At the time, I did want to become a bull rider. I have eventually got out of that. Over time, I grew out of wanting to do that, and I never rode a bull. But anyways, I get out of high school. Couple months goes by. I spend like 3 or 6 months somewhere in there. Excuse me. Just trying to figure out what I want to do with life, where I want to go. Kind of just taking a break off of school and having to be someplace at a certain time every day in and day out. Eventually, I decide I'm looking for a job. My mom's friend connects me with one of her friends. We start working, and I hated this. I'm not a morning person at all. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not a morning person. So we get there, we're working 5 in the morning, sometimes till 5 at night, sometimes later, working 7.50 an hour, and asbestos and all this other BS crap and chemicals doing installation for homes. If it was 100 degrees in the attic, it was 120 in the attic. Or if it was 100 degrees outside, it was 120 in the attic that we were working in. And if it was negative 20 outside, it was negative 20 outside, almost basically in the attic. So it was not a fun job at all. Working for 7.50 an hour. Eventually, my boss is a douchebag. It's bad. My boss is yelling at me, telling me, "Hey, Chris, I don't know why I hired you. Hey, Chris, you're never going to be anything. Hey, Chris, you're a piece of shit," basically. He was saying, "I'm never going to be anything." He's like, "You're never going to be a bull rider." I was chasing powerlifting records at the time. I got out of it, got back into it now again. But anyways, he was saying, "Hey, Chris, you're never going to be anything. You're not going to get those records. You're not going to be a bull rider. You're not going to be anything. Like, why even try?" And basically, he was down on himself so much that he had to bring that stuff on me. But, anyways, I'm working for him, and we're working together. I put up with it. It was so bad I was waking up at night saying, I would wake up and like throw myself out of bed and like, I gotta get to work. That's like I heard his voice yelling at me at night, saying that I gotta get to work, and it would be like 1 in the morning. I'd be like, "What the fuck? I gotta be up in 3 hours to go to work, and I can't even sleep because I hear this man's voice yelling at me." Eventually, time goes on. One morning, it was like 5 in the morning, and we were doing something, and I was cranking these barrels and for his chemicals that he used for installation, and I couldn't see jack shit because it's 5 in the morning and it was dark. Well, I don't know if you guys know like what semi like straps like they strapped in like the tractors and stuff, but that's what he was using for his barrels. So I'm just cranking this and cranking it and cranking it, and I guess the thing got so twisted. He's like, fuck, fuck this, fuck that, fuck, 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 son of a bitch, I don't know why I fucking hired you, rah, rah, rah. And anyways, he's yelling at me because he's like, this is going to take fucking 3 hours to fix, and now I got to fucking cancel appointments. And he was going off. And I grew up without a dad. I've never had a dad in my life. The closest thing to a dad I had was my grandpa, and he did the best he could, but he wasn't always there for me. And eventually now I got a mentor that's kind of like a dad figure. You know, I pay him for coaching and stuff, and he's kind of almost like a dad figure. But anyways, I never had a dad through my whole life. I'm 21 right now, still don't have a dad. So I didn't really grow up with a male role model, and I didn't really grow up with males yelling at me. So like when a male yells at me, I just fucking completely lose it. So I was pouring out tears like a little baby. And I was just like, you know what? I quit. I quit. No 2 week notice. No nothing. Walked out. And that was the end of that. Spent a couple more months trying to figure where I wanted to go, what I was going to do. And I found an ad on Facebook or YouTube. I was like typing in how to sell things on eBay. And eventually my mentor, David Kosciuszko, he was the first one that popped up. I seen his course, his videos on YouTube of about, flipping phones. I was doing it a couple months on my own, struggling. I was really negative. I had a lot of negative experiences in my life, not having a dad, growing up struggling, being broke, my mom barely being able to pay for rent and pay for food. There was nights where I cried and went to sleep at night and didn't have food. So yeah, I had a lot of negative experiences in my life, so I was a really negative person. It wasn't working out. Eventually, I talked to him. I bought his course. Funny story, I was trying to actually buy somebody else's course because it was cheaper, even though Dave's been helping me with all the free content. And then I tried to go to somebody else because their course was cheaper. But in the long run, I'm so glad that I did go with the course. Fast forward, I'm really still negative. I was so negative in this group that people had to message Dave and was like, hey, can you kick this guy out or tell him something? He's so negative. We need him out of the group, or we need him to stop being so negative. Over time, I was getting up. The first couple of months, I struggled to even get $1,000 a month in sales. Eventually, I got up. I got to $10,000 a month. I think it was almost after a year in sales. I hit the big milestone of 10K. Fast forward, I'm working with Dave more. I buy some more of his courses. I'm buying his 10 rules course. I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to improve my attitude and trying to just get better as a person. Eventually, I get to 20,000. And this is where a big, big, big mind shift happened. And my mind just blown. Dave started offering this program called VIP. You got direct access to him for 3 months. And you got direct access anytime you needed at the time to Aaron also. Phone calls, help, group chats, whatever. And I eated that up. I was on the phone or texting Dave like almost every day about mindset. And over the 3 months, I finally hit $30,000 a month in sales. And I realized a lot of this stuff, a lot of this entrepreneurship, a lot of this, stuff in entrepreneurship and business is all about mindset. Like I went from 20 grand to 30 grand and literally almost nothing changed besides my mindset of just attracting better things, being a happier person, working out some of the past stuff. I still go to counseling now, even personally, just to work out some issues and stuff. But Dave went through a lot of the narcissist things or, you know, a lot of the same issues, I guess. I'm not gonna give specifics. That's not my, he told me that in confident, whatever. But he went through a lot of the same things that I did. So he kind of guided me because he went through counseling. He kind of guided me and was my counselor for a while. We work all the things out. Bam, hit 30 grand. And now I kind of understand a lot of this is mindset stuff. I'm trying to get to 6 figures a year with this business now, and that's kind of right where I'm at. I'm in the grind in the process. I'm stuck at the $4,000 to $5,000 a month profit range, trying to get to the 8-10 grand a month in profit. I also have real estate course that I bought. I do real estate here and there. I'm not very consistent with it at all. I'm trying to decide against real estate or do online fitness training. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to look long term, and I think real estate will be better, but I love fitness more, so I'm kind of stuck at that point of trying to make my next business. But yeah, I mean that kind of sums up to where I'm at, trying to make the decision between fitness and real estate, trying to get to the 8 to 10 grand a month profit in the phone flipping, trying to automate that stuff, get a legit business going to where I don't have to show up every day and I got some income coming, get a store here hopefully in a while. Once I get enough money saved up, get a store, have people doing this, just people doing it for me so I have automated income. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm sorry these videos are just made on the fly. My dog's fucking barking. These first videos are going to be rough. I'm not even going to buy a camera or anything. I just want to see if this is something I want to do. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Diesel, shut up! And anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. And that kind of gets you guys caught up. I'm going to try to post a video 2 or 3 a week. Try to just up you to date where I'm at and what I'm doing. And try to show you I wish I would have started clear back, way back in when you would see where I was. I was very, very negative. There's a completely difference. I'm more confident. I'm more happy. I used to be suicidal a shit ton. I'm not anymore as much. There's still thoughts, but I get out of it a lot faster. I wish I could have really started way, way back when I started this journey, but I couldn't. And I was going to put this off and not do this, but I was like, I regret so bad not starting this when I first started that I don't want to progress anymore and not be able to have you guys see the rise to the top. It's going to be a fun ride. We're going to rise to the top. We're going to make it, mindset. We're doing a lot of mindset, a lot of work with my mentor. I'm thinking about hiring another mentor that's even higher level here soon. Just get me going even faster. But, yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys watching this. This is like the first video I'm doing. It's long. I rambled. My dog's barking. I'm recording on my phone. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys will join the series, and I hope it grows. I hope it helps you guys out and motivates you guys to grow and push through the tough days, push through the hardships of being an entrepreneur. I know it's really tough being able to have to do it on your own. Anyway, somebody's knocking or ringing the doorbell. Like the video, please subscribe, and see you later. Peace.